which is the wisdom of the Lord.
It's just about right.
Yes, good. Just rotate that.
Mm-hmm.
Be alert. Be
straight.
circumspect.
Yeah.
The water, brother.
Satan walk about. 1 Peter 5:8. Satan's walking about like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Like some new person that just come in. Elders are breaking it down with that banner.
The guy with the sword.
You put it on the chat.
Yeah.
And very related to the Ishmaelite banner. Brothers are breaking into that. Yeah, the water.
Yeah, the Brotherhood of the Muslims.
So Satan is stepping up his game, man. You know, he's walking around like a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour. Back to this point.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna pass it to you.
Right. So this says it is verse 26. It is good that a man should have hope and quietly wait for the salvation of Yahweh. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke in his youth.
Yeah, we're waiting patiently. We're staying in our lane as well. While we're waiting, staying in our lane, not being presumptuous, running ahead, or trying. There's no shortcuts in the truth. As the elders are mentioning, you're going to end up getting cut short. Like what's happening to certain people, getting cut. This time we've been finding, man. So we're waiting, staying in our lane, waiting patiently, man. And it is good. It is good for a man that he bear the yoke of his youth.
Yep.
Yeah. Finish with this one.
He sitteth alone and keepeth silence, because he hath borne it upon him.
Yeah. Can't.
He putteth his mouth in the dust, so if so there may be hope. He giveth his cheek to him that smiteth him.
Ooh.
He is filled full with reproach.
Yeah, so when you get smart in it, Psalm goes into that. When you get a review, it's actually we're limiting right now, sitting down in the dust. 30 again, and then we'll go to Matthew.
Yep. He giveth his cheek to him.
Read about lamentation. He sounds like kind of prophets like Nehemiah, Esther. We're going into that a little bit, getting into that a little bit more. The so-called minor, the book of Esther, the so-called minor prophets. When you get a feel of them, they ain't so minor after all. You realise they ain't so minor after all. A lot of them are real spiritual giants, man.
There was Mordecai in the book of Esther, wasn't it? Mordecai,
yeah. King Mordecai, yeah. And Esther, Queen Esther, she found favour in the king. Yeah, and that's a good example for some of these women. Forget the Christian church. If you stay in there, there's no salvation in there. But get with the man of the Lord. And stop faking it, man. Because it's all about serving the Most High God, man. And being sincere to your man and loyal to your man. Which Titus goes into that. 2 Timothy goes into that. So he sitteth alone and keepeth silent, because he hath borne it upon him. That sounds like a right stoic attitude right there. Some people, when they're getting into their, their training, whatever the case may be, some people, they call it into the zone, man. Focus. Now we doing that. We're doing that now. In the spirit though, we're doing that. Getting into occupying our minds in the spirit, sitting alone, most of us, a lot of us. And we rather, we have the Spirit of the Lord residing over us. And we rather it be like that. And the Most High put us in where we are, wherever we are in the world. Elders have mentioned this too. You're there for a reason. Wherever you are placed in the world, you're there for a reason.
Man's goings are of the Lord, how then can a man understand his own way?
Yeah. I read 29. He putteth his mouth in the dust, if so be there may be hope. Sometimes you just have to soften some things up, what's the word, man? Go internal with the Most High.
Yeah.
Scripture is, I think, Proverbs 29 says that not to reveal all of your heart. Not everything you have to reveal to people.
Yeah.
You keep it to yourself. But the Most High, he knows, he sees it. The case with King David, and you're always going to be what's the word? You're always going to be vindicated anyway if you're suffering wrongly. If you have done in the past, or you're going to be in the future. Matthew 4 and roundabout.
Matthew 4 and 8, yeah? Again, taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and sheweth him all kingdoms of the world. He hence Satan, for it is written that thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve.
Yes, we're privileged now. We have the main mind. Try and prepare our mind, not what we might see coming down the path, other routes are. But this is what Yahushua did. You know what I mean? He said,
every so often you empty it out. Obviously you can empty it every day, but after a while it will start to smell bad because it will start to smell like piss and urine. And cats are very clean creatures. They don't like to go anywhere that's dirty. So what will happen is if you don't clean it enough, the cats will find other places in the house to shit on random because cats are very clean creatures. So basically that's just the thing you have, right? So I needed to buy some new litter and I had to go a bit further afield because my local supermarket doesn't stock the quantity or the brand that I like. So I had to go a bit further, and when I go up there I tend to buy it in bulk. So I'll buy like 20 litre bags because that will last a long time, and also buy a 10 litre bag of another brand because I mix them together and that stops it from smelling like it. It completely neutralises the odour, so that's the way I do it. So I was up in the Tesco now, and I had the 20 litre bag and the 10 litre bag in the other hand, so it's quite heavy, and I don't drive, so it's a bit awkward, you know. So I went to the self-service, it was not too busy in there, and as I went to the self-service I walked past there was a Southern Kingdom Jake woman in front of the till point in front of me, and I walked past her and I wasn't even paying attention to her. Now she wasn't big Shirley because she wasn't big like that. She was in decent shape, but it's still a so-called nigger woman, right? In her 20s. I walked past her, went to the self-service and started to, I thought I didn't acknowledge her, I just continued what I'm doing. And there was a member of staff standing in the distance. I thought, well, she got a problem to ask him. Then I heard her again, excuse me, can you help me please? So I turned around and I said to her, are you speaking to me? She goes, yeah, can you help me please? And I was like, I wasn't in the mood for her. I was just, oh, sorry, I'm busy, right? And I continued doing what I'm doing. And then the demon on her started acting up. She goes, and she was on the phone to someone at the time. She starts going, this is why I fucking hate men. I fucking hate men. And this is why women cheat on men. And this is why women will do stuff like that. I hate men, I hate men. And I just turned, I didn't say nothing. I looked up at her. Basically, my thing was like, this is why you can't deal with, like, even if you wasn't in this truth, you can't deal with these women, man, because you can't build with that. Basically, because I said no to helping her because I had my hands full with fucking, as she can see I had my hands full, man. 20 litre bag a litre here, 10 litre bag in the other hand. What the fuck? Am I supposed to drop everything and want to help you? And because I said no, all of a sudden now, oh well, this is why I hate men, and this is why women cheat, and this is why women step out on men. I'm thinking, man, so you're gonna go and commit adultery because some random guy and me told you that I'm not gonna help you in the supermarket. So then, if you do have a man, you're gonna go home and be like, you know what, man, I hate men because this man, he didn't help me in Tesco, so I'm gonna commit adultery now because it's my prerogative. This is the mindset that we have to deal with out there, and this goes to show that women are our enemies, man. When do you hear of the Ishmaelite man? When do you hear of the Ishmaelite woman saying that about her man? Or when do you hear about the Elite woman saying that about her man? Or the Moabite woman, or the Ammonite woman? You see, these Jake women, man, they fucking destroy themselves through their own actions. Could you please get me Micah chapter 7 and verse 9, Baba Kishah? See, the nigger woman thinks it's fun to put down the so-called black man. They think it's fun, they think it's sport, when they don't realise that they're actually further helping to destroy their own nation by doing shit like that. It doesn't, it's like even the scriptures, right? There's a scripture which talks about your father's shame is no glory to thee. I'm paraphrasing, it's something in Surah. So like, if you've got a father that's going off, it's not your glory to be either making fun of your dad because he's going off and shit about him. That's no glory to you. So it's the same with the Israelite woman and the black man. It's no glory to the Israelite woman to talk bad about the so-called black man. It's no glory to her to want to put him down or drag him through the mud. That's no glory to you. That's actually further destroying your own self in your own community, in your own nation, man. Bring it up, Baba Bishop.
Yeah. Marcus 7:9 says, and I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Marcus 7:9 again. And I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him.
Right, so breaking that down, I didn't even get angry yesterday. I was just thinking, so this is how far we've fallen, right? I didn't feel angry or offended. I just thought, this is just some joke shit, you know? But I remembered, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him. Any hell that we catch from these demons, be it women or other men or just random motherfuckers, it's because we have to bear the indignation of the Lord. We have to bear the indignation of the Lord because we sinned against him. So everything that we suffer on this side, you have to bear. You know, it's big thing.
Them now. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her.
Right. These women are our enemies. You need to remember that. Unfortunately, we're not living in the time of what's that? Time of joy. You know, skip through the hills, sitting in the park with girlfriend, enjoying the sunshine. These aren't really those days. These aren't the time for that. Now, I'm not saying others can't do that because we have women, but just be mindful of the fact that the woman has been weaponized against us by Esau. You know, as I said before, I gave that little account of how women will weaponize sex against men to get what they want, denying men affection and shit like that. These women are wise in the ways of wickedness, man. They're fools. The Most High have deprived them of wisdom. But what are most women into? Witchcraft. A lot of women be doing witchcraft, man. Even those that you wouldn't even expect it, they go home and they read their fucking astrology charts. What's one of the first things a woman asks you if she want to get with you? Oh, when's your birthday? How old are you? Well, why are they asking that? Because they want to know, oh, well, if you're born June 25th, you must be, I don't know, Leo or Sagittarius or whatever it is. I don't pay attention to that shit anymore. But they'll be doing that. And that's divination. And that's witchcraft. So the vast majority of these women out here are witches. And what is also a sign of a witch? Rebellion. For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft. So that woman talking shit to me in Tesco's yesterday, she was nothing more than a nigger woman witch, man. So, it's no surprise because, as I said, demons will want to try and rile you up or get some kind of response. And I'll break it down this way, right? It's because I said no to her. She didn't like that. You know, she wasn't used to men saying no to her because what she wanted me to do was to drop my shit, run over to, oh, can I help you? Oh, what do you need? What do you need? You know, that's what she wants. But those days are done, man. You know, what did the scriptures say? Rise up, you women that are innocent. We're coming into the days now where just having a box between your legs isn't going to be enough anymore. You know, you could get by in your looks and all this shit, but that feminism train has pretty much run off the rails and has come to a crashing halt because men are waking up now. Even men that are in the truth, what do they call it? MGTOW, men are going their own way. They're done dealing with the foolishness of these women. And the society is not even going to be able to support these women for much longer because the society is about to fall apart. And when society falls apart, the women are going to become a prey. And in that day, they're going to be wishing that they had a man of the Lord to protect them. But as I said, it goes back to the point, you know, it's because I denied her of something that she wanted. That's how she started acting up and talking shit. But she ain't even really important, man, but it's just a little funny testimony, which, like you had with the guy trying one with you, with a selfie, you know, demons are going to try it, man. That's why whenever you leave your house, you've got to leave your house with the mental mindset of that, okay, even though I'm not at the camp, I'm still part of this troop. So, even though it's not a camp day, doesn't mean demons aren't going to recognize me. Doesn't mean demons aren't going to try it. And the longer you're in this thing, now I haven't even been in this thing all that long, but I'm just saying, the longer you're in this thing, and if you're growing in the spirit, the demons that are going to come against you, they're going to be growing in the spirit too. Because the little low-level demons that fuck with you when you're first coming around, there comes a point when they can't fuck with you no more. So they have to go away and get 7 demons much stronger to help trip you up in another one, man. So the longer you go, another level, another devil. You know, so the further you go, the more you endure, the harder it gets. This isn't a thing that it gets easier over time, it gets harder. Because as the saying goes, you know, in the world, the higher you climb, the harder you fall. You know, so we have to be mindful of that and always have to be on our watch, because we are called to be spiritual. Now, speaking of being a spiritual watchman, you know, the big thing this week has been about certain men crept in unawares. You know, there's certain men that are going to try and come around and try and stir the pot. So, stir the pot, as the saying goes, right? Please read me Jude 1 and 4, if you can, yeah? And this is nothing new, right? This is nothing new. Brothers should know this. Brothers shouldn't be too complacent in being watchful for the enemy, because, you know, you can't be complacent. The devil's going to be very subtle the way he tries to infiltrate things. Read it out, brother.
Yeah, 4 says, Jude 1 and 4 says, for there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation.
Right, so there's nothing new under the sun, right? Nothing new under the sun. So there's going to be certain men crept in unawares in this time, because there are certain men who are trying to trap Hawashai in his words, 2,000 years ago, so that they could try and bring some kind of charges against him and his disciples. So it's the same thing now again. They're going to try and bring charges against us. So you had this fucking guy coming out. What did he call himself? His channel, Army of Israel. And he had that stupid logo, which, you know, brothers have broken down, ties to the Brotherhood of the Muslims. And he's there, he's there trying to open his video saying, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yashai Barakatah. But he wasn't even giving double honors to the apostles. But it just goes to show this is someone who's been taken in by Esau, sat down in a room. These are the things they say. So they say Shalom, they say double honors, they say, you know, basically little words. So give him that.
He ain't done his homework, man.
There you go.
He ain't fooled me.
Yeah, he ain't done his homework.
Imagine if he ain't fooled me, and you've got men like who's been around, like elders and apostles. If he ain't fooled me, he ain't fooled them, man. And you see one of his videos, about two, there's got one, he's brandishing a sword in one of them.
Yeah, and the logo itself, because when you put up your videos on YouTube, you can choose the thumbnail. He chose the, like, he's brandishing a sword, taking it out of sheep. That's the fucking thumbnail, man. And then another one is shooting an AK-47, AR-15, because AR-15. Doing tutorial on how to use the sight on an AR-15. What the fuck has that got to do with the scriptures, man? What the hell has that got to do with edifying anybody? How does showing someone how to shoot a gun edify anyone? That's Esau's blessing, not ours, man.
God, he's putting the weapon over the Lord.
Well, there you go. This is the thing. Yeah. Look, man.
Weapons are a warfare upon them.
Well, this is Ephesians 6 and 10 and that. Right. People who use weapons, right, really, a lot of times they're putting themselves at a disadvantage, because they're basically saying, I don't feel like I've got enough in me to defend myself. I need to rely on a particular tool, right? Or I can't defend myself with my hands, so I've got to rely on a piece of metal, either a gun or a sword or whatever, right? That's Esau's characteristic. He couldn't beat Jacob in a one-on-one fist fight. That's why he's getting bust up in the room. So Esau's blessing is the sword. It has to be, because that's what he needs to equalize against Jacob. But we're going to overcome that with spiritual power in the end. But my point is that if you're a man of the Lord, supposedly, and you're putting your trust in a weapon, that means you have not got any faith. Because if you have faith, you believe that the Lord would defend you, that the Lord would be there for you and he'd keep you, preserve you from the evil. When you're then thinking, oh, well, I need this gun, you're putting your trust in the gun, man. And it's like the Egyptians, they trusted in their weapons, man. And what did the Most High do? He drowned them in the sea. So we're not supposed to put our trust in any weapons. Now, that's not to say that a man can't own a gun, he can't own a sword, he can own these things, but what has that got to do with teaching in the ministry? Keep that shit to yourself, man. Like, for example, a lot of brothers in this truth have different hobbies. You know, some people might like cooking, some people might like painting, some people might like riding a bike, right? Whatever those are, those could be your pastimes. But we don't use our channels to do videos on how to repair a bike, or how to bake a cake, or how to go and climb Mount Everest, because that's got nothing to do with the ministry. We're here to preach the word, to be instant, in season and out of season, to rebuke, to exhort, to reprove, That's what we're doing. We're here to prophesy, man. Not to do tutorials on how to shoot guns. Bring it out.
Yeah, he's got to bring it, and then
Okay.
I'll put one up. You bring out yours.
2 Corinthians 10 verse 4 to 5. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the power to the pulling down of strongholds.
Right, so what stronghold are you going to pull down by brandishing a knife on your YouTube page? Do you want to be acting like Crocodile Dundee? Oh, that's not a knife. This is a knife, you know, bringing out a bigger one. It's like, that's not edifying anybody. And it's basically, he's been exposed because really he's there to try and associate us with the militant T groups out there,
Yep.
and to try and paint us as if we're gonna be looking to go to war with Amalek.
Yep.
Because what Esau's trying to do is stirring up that conflict in the Middle East, and he's trying to paint out that anybody who's not on the side of those JOOS is anti-Sem. So the whole anti-Sem thing is going to be one of Esau's cards he's going to try and play against us. But we are ourselves from Shem. It's not S-E-M, it's Shem, right? And there are many nations that are from Shem. You've got us, which is Israel. You've got Edom, they're from Israel, from Shem. You've got Moab, they're from Shem. Ammon's from Shem. Ishmael from Shem. And you know what's really interesting about that conflict in the Middle East as well? Is that it's two descendants of Abraham that are fighting over the land. You've got the Ishmaelites, they descended from Abraham. And you've got the Edomites, they also descended from Abraham. So they're fighting over that land, but that land isn't for them. That land was Jacob's portion. Esau got his portion, it was Mount Seir. Ishmael got their portion. But you see, because they're trying to take the name of Israel out of remembrance, they're all trying to claim that land for themselves, because they know, according to prophecy, when the true Israelites return to that land, there will be peace on earth. So, yeah, I've got to do that. Yeah. Just one more sentence I'll give to you. They know that there will be peace on earth. So in order for their kingdom to stand, Israel has to remain destroyed. So what they've seen over the past 2007, maybe 15 or 16 years of the apostles being on YouTube, maybe a little bit longer, they've seen Jacob rising up. And they've seen Jacob coming out of the darkness of confusion that we've been under for so long, of not knowing who we were, thinking that we're black men or Hispanic men or, you know, Mexican or Argentinian. We're coming out of those what do they call them? Proverbs and bywords, and we're reclaiming our heritage. And that's what's really detrimental to Esau's empire. So that's why he's stirring up now the propaganda train in order to demonize us. And he's trying to get agents like that stupid motherfucker to stir the pot. Carry on.
Yeah. Isaiah 54 and 1 says, no weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee. You could talk about weapons, right? And you could talk about no weapon that is formed against us shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee. Because remember, all these other, we want to call them, man. These people that came up and blasphemed against us, or trying to use circumlocution. The example, he's still around though. Volker Malone. There's another one. There's been quite a few of them. Dr. White. There was one after that, Dr. Brown. Even from going back from the time from quite a while, man. Yeah. So they all no weapon that is formed against us shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. It's not going to work, in other words. And this new guy who is trying to put that vibration out there, that we're associated. Because that's the same thing what Volker Malone was trying to do. Yeah. Because remember, before he was talking to us, or when he wasn't talking to us, he was over the Muslims he was talking to. And then when he wasn't dealing with them, he was dealing with us. So we're trying to associate us with them.
Well, that's the whole point, because there is such a thing as being guilty by association. That's why we're not having any affiliations or unity camps or any bullshit, man. You know, them days are past, man. Yeah. And this is the point. Brothers need to fucking get their heads out the clouds and realise that there are some fucking unscrupulous sacks of shit who want to come around and act like they're about the truth, but they ain't. Really, they're just trying to gather intel. Yeah. This isn't a game, man. This isn't a social club. This isn't a thing where we get together and we all have a hug and read some scriptures and go home. No, this is real shit, man. This is real shit, and it's getting more real as the time goes past because we're coming closer to the end now. And as with any good film, all the action and the drama happens in the third act. So we're coming into the times now where shit's really going to start to hit the fan. And we've seen it through certain men. You know, there's been a lot of men who recently have been bugging out. Guys who you wouldn't think, no, he's been around a long time. Surely he wouldn't do that or fall for that. Men who, you know, 10 plus years in the truth, bugging out and doing crazy shit, man. Like, you know, you've got the example of us here, you've got the example of those guys in Mississippi.
Men that put it unawares. That's what you read in June. Yeah, those are the men that put it unawares. They see, but let me finish reading in where I was, right? In 17 of Isaiah 64. This, I'll read from the top again. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. So it's not going to work, right? But this is part of the movie. This is all a part of the movie. You're going to have, there's always a balance. As somebody who was once around us was always saying, and then there's a two-edged sword. It fell back on your ass. Yeah? This is the heritage of the servant of the Lord, and their righteousness is of mine, saith the Lord. Yeah. So we have to be, what's the word? Circumspect.
This charger might get wet.
You know? Of the word is agents. Yeah? Plain agents, plain like men of the Lord, which they crept in unawares. There was not men of the Lord. And other writers are, we come to what the whole side is.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
He endured the tribulation, despising shame. Yeah, he endured to the end. Other writers are, we're here to endure to the end. Yeah, not to give into those seducing spirits, because if you find that one bubble to start, some men seducing spirits, while he's doing the because that's another thing that they're going to try and do, man, to plant, you know. And you ask me, that guy, he looked a little bit like he could be either Ishmael. I don't think he's one of the northern tribes. Just me thinking as a man, you know. Or it could even be Amalek, man. But remember, you know, these people are very, what's the word, man? Strong delusions. They think that they have no respect for. They're under strong delusions that they think that they can actually sneak in and go under the radar. You got it?
Yeah. 1 Timothy 4 verse 1. Now the Spirit speaketh expressly that in the latter times some shall depart from the faith, giving heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of devils.
Yeah. So first and foremost, we're mindful of ourselves, but we are occupied, as we mentioned, occupied in the Spirit, occupied in prophecy. Looking out for ourselves, focusing on ourselves first and foremost. Now, I was thinking about it, so I was saying, boy, it's actually quite amusing to see people just jump out the window out of nowhere. Yeah. Like, just like, 1 minute it's a gradual thing, obviously. Inside it's a gradual thing, and then next thing you know, boom! They're the only ones with the true name of the Lord. Come out of the blue. Jumping out the window with it. So now, we're mindful that we have to start the foundation, man, to grow in this truth, man. Yeah. And the fear of the Lord. That's the key, man. The fear of the Lord, because as one of the elders was saying, you can what's the word? You can pocket things. Some brothers are very good actors, and that person that was once around us, he used to say the same thing. Do you remember? Yeah. He used to say that people are very good actors. Yeah. Now look, fell back on your ass.
No, I just bring this back to this also army of Yahweh Shai, right? Because a lot of brothers got onto him, myself included, doing videos rebuking him. Now, this is the thing: if you were sincere and you sincerely did not know, right? And people are doing videos rebuking you, would you not be like, hey, you know what, man? Salakia, I didn't know that was an issue. Let me take those videos down, you know, because it might be offensive to certain people. What did he do? He didn't do none of that shit. He made his response video, his response to GMS, right? And he was basically saying, oh, well, no, his excuse was, oh, well, I'm not really in GMS, so I can put videos of whatever I want on my channel. That's not a response of someone who sincerely wants to do this work. Basically, he's not going to take those video down because his job is to demonize
That's
us.
his job. He's getting a little pocket.
Yeah,
you know.
that's what he's paid to do.
So I can do it.
He's not serving the hard washing us, right? He's serving his handlers.
And,
Right?
and he done a little bit of street witnessing for 6 minutes. That's the last one. So he's saying, oh, when they do street witnessing, look at a little street witnessing. If he does his street witnessing, then he can finish a ministry. And he gets a little bag at the end of it.
But this is the thing, how are you going to go out and teach for 6 fucking minutes, man? And why does it have to be number 6? You see that vibration of 6, you know? But I mean, like, further to the point, right? At the end of his video, right? Again, rather than saying, Salakia, I was wrong, I should have done this, what did he do? Oh, well, you know, the only thing that really bothered me is that he said I look like an Arab. Yeah, I'm not that ugly, or some shit like that. What's that got to do with it edifying anybody? That goes to show that he didn't take what he said seriously. That's because he's not here to listen to what we got to say. He's here to push the fucking agenda, man. And don't be surprised when more offshoot wayward guys like that start popping up. Because they're not just going to use one guy as an agent to be like, oh yeah, well, he's going to do everything. Nah, man. They've got agents working in fucking every city of the world, man. Esau's expert at this, man. Look at how many governments he's infiltrated and brought down through using these fucking covert tactics, man. Look how many movements he's infiltrated and brought down through that. But the thing is, he's not going to be able to prevail against this because this is the ministry of the Most High. You know, you could do nothing against the truth before the truth, but it doesn't mean he's not going to try. And we shouldn't be giving him an easy pass. We shouldn't be making ourselves easy targets, man. Bring it out.
So this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3 says, let no man deceive you. I'm going to go up. I'm going to go up from the top. From the top says of 2 Thessalonians 2. Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, and by our gathering together unto him, that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letters from us, as the day of Yahushua Mashiach is at hand. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. Right? Something falling away. Some people, a lot of people, well, some people. So we're preparing our mind. This is what he's doing. This is the letter. Preparing our mind, saying, don't be shaken, man. What you're about to see. Yeah? Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, and the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called Yahweh, or that is worshipped, so that he is God, sitting in the temple as God, showing himself that he is God.
Well, that's what Esau's trying to do. He's trying to take any knowledge of the Most High from the face of the earth. And what's one of the main things that signifies that the Most High exists? His people, which goes back to Mount Zion, which means monument. The fact that we exist as real Hebrew Israelites, that's detrimental to Esau's whole narrative. So he has to come against this thing and try and bring it down, because his narrative is that he's trying to push that they're the chosen people, that the birthright belongs to them. So, okay, Karen, just give me a second. This goes right back to Genesis, the strife between Jacob and Esau. Really, it goes back further than that. It goes back to Genesis, the 3rd chapter, when Eve was deceived by the serpent in the garden, which was a man with a serpentine intelligence. And then you had them coming back through the loins of Adam and Eve in the form of Cain. So this strife, this whole controversy, as it said in 2nd Ezra's, when shall be the ending of these things and the parting asunder of the times? What did you answer? He said, from Jacob from Isaac and from Abraham to Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were first born, Jacob held first the hand of Esau. So that's signifying that we are indeed going to pull Esau out of power when the time comes, and that time is sooner than we think, because as I said earlier, Esau's fronting like he's got all the time in the world. What is it that song by that guy? Is it Louis? All the time in the world. I can't remember the guy's name, but a famous singer, Jake Singer. He sang that song. You've got all the time in the world. Esau ain't got all the time in the world, man. He's trying to convince you that, yeah, he's going to be here till 2040 and 2016 and 2082. He ain't got that long, man. He'll be lucky if he's got 5 years left on the clock, man. That's why they're moving at breakneck speed to try and push their agenda 2030. It's not because they just picked a random date and thought, oh yeah, we'll just do it in 2030. No, it's because they know that Yahushua is coming back. And we see the chariots, man. You best believe that Esau sees the chariots even more than we do because he's got the technology to actually look in and see these things up close. See, he sees, like last week, for example, last week at the lineup, we had a whole fleet of chariots flying over our heads. We had a whole fleet of chariots flying over our heads last week. Don't think Esau doesn't see that? If Esau's monitoring his airspace to see when foreign enemy jets are entering into their airspace, how does he not see the chariots? Man? He sees these things, he knows. So the elites, they know, and they're basically bricking it, man. When I say bricking it, I mean they're shitting themselves. They're literally shitting themselves, breaking in their boots, not knowing what day or what hour Yahushua is coming back. All their flipping, their old spells which they used to use to keep Jake asleep, it's not working anymore because the Most High is raising up the elect. The elect are coming out of that spiritual amnesia, and we're waking up and we're standing up on our feet as pertaining to Revelation 11. Don't think the elites are not afraid of us. See, the regular people, they're not afraid of us because they don't know what we represent, because they're ignorant of prophecy in the times. They just think, oh, it's just the red guys, those black guys wearing those long garments. They don't realise the significance of the prophets being back on the scene, man. Because before the Most High is going to destroy a kingdom, we always have his prophets there prophesying about it first. Could someone get me Jeremiah 28:8, Brother Bishop?
You want Jeremiah 8:28?
No, 28:8. Prophets they couldn't before me.
28:8. Jeremiah 28. Reading Jeremiah 28:8 says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
Right, and what happened to all of those kingdoms? What happened to ancient Egypt? What happened to ancient Babylon? What happened to Medo-Persia? What happened to the Greeks? What happened to the Romans? They all fell, man. And this nation's not going to be any different. This nation's not going to get any special pass because Esau's lying about the history of it and trying to keep people asleep. No, and this nation's going to fall just like the rest of them did. And the kingdom that's going to come on the earth is going to be the kingdom of the Israelites, which is going to be led by Yahushua and King David. Those people, those small hats running around in that land, man, they're clearly not the people. Because if they were the people, there would be no more wars, man. We would have beaten our swords into plowshares and there would be war on the earth no more. And the people would be going over to that land to learn of the laws, statutes and commandments. Nobody's going over to that land to learn them things now. So they clearly ain't the people. So this is all the beginning stages of the Most High bringing about his master plan of essentially destroying this last kingdom and bringing back Yahushua and establishing the kingdom of heaven on the earth, which is going to be ruled by us. Go ahead.
You finished, Ariel?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Amos 9 verse 2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. So basically,
Lucky. I missed it. Do you want to speak on it?
no, you go.
Read it again. Sorry.
Amos 9 verse 2. Though they dig into hell, thence shall mine hand take them.
Right, so why do you think Esau is building these fucking underground bases and bunkers? Because they know that the nukes are going to start flying, man. And their plan is, look, man, we'll have all hell break out on earth, then we will rise from the ashes like a phoenix, because that's why they love the symbolism of the phoenix. You know, the phoenix rising from the ashes, the flames. That's what they think they're going to do. They think they're going to have some great revival where they're going to come out of their caves and rule the earth, and they're going to have us in some perpetual slavery underneath them. That's what they're thinking, and that's what they're what do they call them? They're monthly prognosticators, they're soothsayers, they're witches, they're warlocks. That's what the demons are telling them. They're telling Esau, yeah, you can do this thing, you can win, not realizing that the Most High's got them in a trick bag, man. Everything that they think they're going to do is going to fail. And that's why they're failing right now, man. They ain't even on track for their Agenda 2030. And we're pretty much at the end of 2023, man. So Esau's got 7 years to fulfill Agenda 2030, but this is just me, I'm just speaking as a man. I don't even think he's got till 2030, man. He'll be lucky if he's got 4 years left on the clock, man. Because this society, it can't sustain itself.
Or even two.
There you go. The weight of this truth has crushed this man's empire. That's why this nigga coming out now, brandishing his fucking sword or his AK, like, dude, man, we're doing more damage to peace of society through the word than you could ever do with a fucking gun or a knife. How many people you got to murk with one knife? How many shots have you got in one clip? Talking about, oh yeah, this is a 20-round clip. Look, you got 20 shots, man. Well, yeah, if there's 20 rounds in a clip, how many people are going to murk with? This is ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. And it's like, when I see these guys, it vexes me because it's like, on one hand, okay, it has to happen. It's part of prophecy. You're going to have these men coming in, creeping in unawares. But sometimes it's even more vexing to see brothers asleep at the wheel, man. Brothers who should be vigilant on certain things that are going on, certain men you shouldn't be associating with, but they're acting like they're pally-pally. What's the, what the fuck's that, man? We're not here to be friends. We're not here to be liked. We're here to do a job. That's the end of it, man. All this being cool with people, yeah, he's cool, yeah. Nah, man, it ain't about who you're cool with. It's about who the Most High is cool with, man. That's what matters, man. It doesn't matter if this guy likes you, that guy likes you, this guy rates you, man. That's all of the fucking world, man. And we're not of the world. We're here to do the will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, and that's all that matters. Serving them and doing it the right way. That's all I got, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just want to build on that too, because basically, the attitude you gotta have, and personally, I've always had this attitude. If you ain't doing the work, man, if you ain't in this communionship of the prophets, if you don't, or do you want to take the smaller one and not hold it? Let me put it. You know, don't. You got the big one. I got a big one.
Oh yeah. I'll take this one down. There's space. Well, I'll take this one down.
That's all right. Because what I was saying was this. You gotta have the attitude is, look, man, if you're not a part of this thing, if you don't do what we do, then F you. That's basically the attitude. And that goes for people, of course, in the world, even including people you may even know personally. Like you gotta know that they're basically of the world. They're cut from a different cloth. All right, and just like the old apostles going into primarily Apostle Ramlock, man, like he's basically letting it be known that look, they gotta be where they is. And it's very true because we do have agents. Beginning with the apostle Taha, he mentioned that. You know what I mean? In every organization, you got some kind of agent somehow, some way. You go back in the the late 1970s. They found out eventually that COINTELPRO was basically involved in the Black Panther Party, right? And also other parties too that Jake were gathering together with. So do you not think that could very well, if you don't think that could happen, then you're starting to sick. You don't know what's going on. Even Yahweh Shai, he knew he had a spot, which was Judas Iscariot. Even Paul even said it. Someone did me that in Acts, I think it's Acts 20 and 30, where Paul said, after my departure shall grievous men enter among the brotherhood. So what's going on right now as it stands, it's been going on. So we very well expect this. We expect the agency among men to come in. But at the end of the day, that doesn't scare us because we know when it's all said and done, the righteous men of the Lord are going to get the upper hand and win. So it really doesn't bother. And by you having agents among the camp, it really just solidifies the truth. You can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. Because even in these times, it's spoken of that you're going to have, false brethren, and also men that are going to be crept in unawares. In the book of Jude 1 and 4. All right, even though Jude was speaking about that exactly what was going on back then, but it very well applies to right now because all of the men they was in ancient Rome. So if we're back of that which is left of Rome, then it's going to be the same thing all over again. So we have to expect it. But at the end of the day, what I'm saying is this: you devils that have implanted men inside of different various structures. It's just gonna end at a bad result when it's all said and done, because we're gonna get the upper hand. All right. The prophecy or the prophecies are more important than what the agendas of the elite is. Even they are a part of prophecy. All right?
Ready?
Go on, bro.
This is Acts 29. That's it. Acts 20, starting from verse 29. For I know this, that after my departing,
Yeah.
shall grievous wolves enter in among you,
Yeah.
not sparing the flock.
Uh-huh.
Also of your own selves shall men arise,
Mhm.
speaking perverse things,
Yeah.
to draw away disciples after them.
Yeah, you're gonna have all of this situation happen. All right? You're gonna have men that's gonna come in as agents, false brethren, whatever you want to call them. And you're gonna have certain men that's gonna come into the church and speak the words that we speak, convey the message that we convey, and then all of a sudden they go right into the abyss. They leave the brotherhood and they start their own little thing. Just give them, what is it, a year and a half. And you don't even see these guys anymore. But let's just back up a little bit. If you give these niggas a year, they'll change the doctrine. And then it's basically convincing the eyes of the righteous that they were never really of us anyway. That Satan really basically got them by the balls now. Spiritually, I'm talking. You know, so that's just how it goes, man.
Okay.
That's just how the shit goes. Go on, brother.
So chapters 4 and 22 says, accept no persons against thy soul, and let not the reverence of any man cause thee to fall.
Yeah, you can't just accept anybody. Again, you know, brothers was going into the whole nice guy thing, right? Now, we're not going to be nice guys. We're going to be very vigilant. We're going to be very circumspect. And if you don't like it, then that's just tough titty, man. It is what it is. Really, what brothers really need to be doing is understanding our position, rather than looking at yourselves and you know, getting upset about certain things. You got to understand where we're coming from, because we're enemy number one. All right. So, at any given moment of time, as it is also written, that the persecution is going to come and arise. Yeah. Right. That's in, what is it? Somebody give me Matthew's 5. Matthew's 5, and I think it's in, what is it, verse 18 or somewhere. Blessed are they which are persecuted for my name's sake. So that's coming. Why is that even mentioned? Because Yahushua knew that the disciples of his, which are back here again, somehow, some way, are going to come in this time to what? Suffer persecution.
Yep.
Go on, my brother.
Matthew 5:11. Blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely.
And it's not a bad thing that we have agents. It's not a bad thing that we're going to be persecuted. It's actually a good thing, because we're going to be afflicted, likely, in comparison to the everlasting glory we're going to receive. But just to get that, we're going to have to go through it. We're going to have to go through it, and we expect it very, very much so. All right? Only thing that we know is this, is that it's going to be the Lord doing it. All right? So all of you agents out there that's in camps and organizations, guess what, man? Listen, we're not getting scared out there. None of us are getting scared. All right? At the end of the day, all of you dudes that's among these different organizations and all that, you're wasting your time, man. Because ain't nobody gonna do nothing. We done made our message very clear. Okay, we're gonna play our part. We're gonna be good citizens of society. We're gonna pay our taxes and everything. We're just regular folk. You ain't getting anything out of us, man. All right, brothers talk about the same shit that the average folk talk about. What are you gonna get out of us? You ain't gonna get shit. And the fact of the matter that Esau knows that we're that we're a non-violent group. He gotta insert motherfuckers inside the church to do some stupid shit.
Yep.
Like waving an AR-15 in the gun range.
And brandishing a sword on the
Yeah.
thumbnail.
So Esau knows the deal, man. Esau know what it is. And what I'm also thinking as well is that before this society comes to an end, they're gonna start dropping the T word again.
Yeah.
On these Muslims again. Just like they did back in the early 2000s. So what's gonna happen is probably before that, there's going to be a psychological operation so great it's going to calibrate the minds of the people, which is what they want. And then they're going to what is it? Point the thing at the brotherhood. All right, the Muslim brotherhood basically. And then they're going to try to lump us in that and basically get us in trouble. Esau is capable of doing anything. This devil is capable of doing every goddamn thing he can. All right. Go on, brother. You want to say something?
That's why they're creating pages, the agents. people back at, you know, HQ are creating pages, GMS Somalia, GMS Afghanistan. It's like, bro, there's no camp out there in Afghanistan. You know, fucking GMS Somalia, man. You know, but them kind of group of people are associated, you know, with the T thing, man. You know, and then you've got other pages leaving comments on brothers' boards in Arabic. What the hell, man? You know, but as the elders saying, it's all fitted into their agenda, because they're gonna start calling the Muslims, they're gonna start calling them the T word again, and then that's gonna go back onto us. That's why you had sorry to say, man, but the boys in purple, they were fucking registered as an Islamic group on the 501c3.
So there you go. That's it right there. So, and you know what too? Because like I said, anything could happen. They could use the boys in purple as an example. See what they ain't no difference in the Muslims, right? So, anything's possible, man. Like we gotta have the mindset that this devil could do anything it takes to get us persecuted, man. Because what these devils don't want, they don't want nobody talking shit no more. It's gonna be about time for that. All right. This whole idea of you being able to express your freedoms and your rights and your freedom of assembly and freedom of expression and this and that, it's gonna be over and out. And we've been talking about this, man, for ages. Anyway, you can put a precept on. Whoever got a precept.
One. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6 from verse 3, and it says, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed.
That means you can't be weird of this thing, man. You gotta be right. Giving no offense. Because you got guys that's gonna be acting weird out there. They're gonna reveal their cause. Okay? So whoever's revealing their cause, man, they gonna get what's just for them. They're gonna get out. You know, because the thing of it is, man, the apostles is currently in house cleaning. That's why you know, new brothers can't come in. All right, but that's just for a certain period of time. We just have to wait and see. But it's very well understandable that this has to happen. It has to happen. You know. So read that again, Brother Sean. There's another point I could build on that too.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 3. Giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed.
Right, giving no offense that the ministry be not blamed. So we're not going to be in this ministry doing something which is contrary to what the disciples were told to do. What were the disciples told to do? In the book of, if I'm correct, John chapter 10, when Yahweh sent the 7, he said, I've sent you as lambs among wolves. Okay? So just pay attention to that. Yahweh Shai declared that message to the disciples. So what is a lamb going to do? How can a lamb defend itself when it doesn't have any carnivorous nails or teeth to defend itself? It's defenseless. It can't do anything. All right? So that's the attitude that we're operating in this ministry. You know, we're not going to be causing no kind of turmoil, alarming the stresses, provoking people to anger, you know, out there looking to, you know, be a brawler. That's not the spirit we come in. No, all we do is simply teach the ministry, and Esau knows this. Read that again, Baba Kushal. Go on, brother.
If I may, Elder, even in like our personal life, you could come to the camp and you're well behaved, or I'm well behaved, and there's an agent following you around, acting like a fucking clown, and you're like on a Tuesday. But you go with them guys on Saturday and do that, but in the week you was doing that. And then you ain't got answer for it. So the ministry goes further than just coming to the camp and the videos. Really, the ministry is our whole lives, man. Because the scripture says your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, seeking whom he may devour, man. You know, we had a person over there taking photos on a professional camera earlier. It's like, well, that happened at the camp, but that'll be happening in the week as well. You know?
And sometimes he'll be taking a picture of you as you're walking down the street. By yourself. So the thing of it is, in this walk, being in this truth, we have to be on point. We have to be on point. You can't get caught in situations you don't need to. That's why the scripture says, if it be possible, be at peace with all men. Why did the Lord say this? Because the Lord knew what situation he was going to be. That we were going to be watched. All right? The devil is going to watch us, and but guess what? The angels of the Lord are watching them too. But we just got to keep that in mind. that you're being watched. Don't think for 1 second or 1 millisecond that you're not being watched. You are being watched. Down here in London, to be exact, it's almost about 700,000 cameras in activation. So you are being watched, bro.
London's the most surveillance city in the whole world.
Absolutely. In the whole world, not just in the UK, the whole world. Okay, so you being watched, man.
But that's something
Go on, brother.
I remember recently, Elder Pastor Roundup said that you'd be surprised how so much people are seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
And you're gonna also have agents,
Yeah.
right, that see you, and they think they're with you, right? But you actually have agents that are, because so much videos are going out. Do not think that a lot of people behind the scenes are not watching, right? So they're watching and they're actually seeing who's actually in the ministry. And like I said, they could be following you, doing everything, carrying news, building up a tab, whatever, you know.
You just never know.
You just never know.
And then if there's no cameras, if there's no cameras checking you out, you got them helicopters checking you out. You know, me and this brother, we was sitting over there, and this black ass helicopter just came right in front of us, man.
Military helicopter.
Yeah. Like the ship was blocked. So, you know, we was about to move. So I said, look, we ain't moving over. Because the ship says, what is it? Yield passive, you can. Somebody give you that. Listen to Ecclesiastes 10 verse 1. Right? In the Bible. So, that's why we didn't move. But the point that we're making is that you're being watched, man. You know this. And the thing of it is, if Esau is watching us, we ain't going to do nothing anyway. Because we ain't got no power to do anything. What the hell are we going to do? Well, what is it? Go run up in 10th Albert Street? What? Come on, man.
They tried that a couple of years back, getting some Jake to go up to Buckingham Palace with a knife.
Yeah.
Years ago they tried that
make
shit.
it down, man.
Yeah. They used a fucking agent and
He
came to the camp and Elder Lamar cursed him out.
Yeah.
And when he was leaving, he was saying, I don't know where you all live. I'll cut your fucking heads off. I know where you all live.
Wow.
But he got exposed because he was an agent.
Yeah.
And likewise, a couple of years back, Esau tried to do this thing in America where they tried to say some BHIs, tried to set off some pipe bomb out of a kosher deli or some shit like that. But that story didn't really track very well, and it didn't stick.
Someone else is filming over there. All right, carry on.
Yeah, that story didn't stick. So Esau's been trying to build his case against us for the longest time, and eventually he's just going to come all out. But he's got no other card to play.
Yeah.
His only tool he's got left is to try and demonize us.
Yeah. And another thing too, we're not hiding anything because YouTube is basically in tandem with Google, which is basically the government itself. So I mean, what are we going? If we're going to do something wrong, then it would have already been done already. And it's not even just that. They see us in our personal life, in our day-to-day business. So again, if we're going to do something, we would have already done it. They would have seen it already.
If I may add as well, look, man, you can even do it yourself. You go into your web browser, you can see your search history. So do you think Esau's not watching everything you're searching? Every video that you're watching? Now, this applies to brothers who ain't even in GMS as well. You might not be in GMS, but don't think your arse ain't being watched because Esau knows, look, he's listening to them. He's clicking on these videos. He's not clicking on, some worldly shit. He's clicking on these videos which are exposing the truth. He's a potential threat.
Yeah.
So that's how Esau's going to see you, as a potential threat.
And just to go back again, what we used to preach about years ago, they're going to go back to that same, the red list, the blue list, and the yellow list. So as the brother said, they've been watching, and they know who they're, from day one, from the time you click on, they've been watching, you know what I mean?
That's right. Yeah, so we'll be with that precept
Again,
yeah.
This is the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 3, giving no offense in anything, that the ministry be not blamed, but in all things approving ourselves as the ministers of the Most High.
Right, and that's what we're doing. We're proving ourselves as the ministers. What does it mean to be a minister? It means to be a servant. So we're not here to just run wild and do our own thing. We're here to serve the Lord's purpose, man. You know? So if you out here trying to be a fucking brawler, you trying to start trouble with people because you mad out of your ass, man, and you better get out of that spirit. Otherwise, if someone find out in this camp, you get your ass kicked out of here, man. You know, I'm just speaking in general. I'm not speaking on any particular brother. Don't get it twisted. But we ain't in a time to be acting weird. You know, because you find yourself way out on the outside real quick. All right? So the thing of it is, we're not to be blaming the ministry, man.
Yeah.
That's just the thing, because I mean, like, hey, man, like, elders, the apostles, we ain't got time for this bullshit. Okay? And I was kind of pissed off. I didn't really have to be pissed off, but I was kind of pissed off of that one guy, man, showing his rifle and his AR-15 and the fucking gun range, man.
What do you call himself? Army of Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, and then got the nerve to use the same goddamn icon as the Muslims.
The Brotherhood of the Muslims. Yeah.
Right. Come on, man. And it's funny because when I was watching that live lesson that Elder Menatazak Bar did in South Carolina, I thought about the same thing that the brothers in GMS Holland spotted out. But I just couldn't figure out, you know, where to find it. Wasn't really thinking about that, you know. But I just knew that the connection was there. There was something about that connection with that icon, you know. So yeah, man. But you know, just to put it bluntly though, like at the end of the day, these devils, they're about to lose their kingdom, and they're trying to find every avenue to see if they can stop what we're doing. You ain't gonna stop this, man. We're the prophets for real. Go on,
Can I
bro.
make a point on
Yeah.
what you just said there?
Mm.
Based on that scripture, that the ministry be not blamed, that also goes to like attire and stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
You're wearing like cargo, everything's cargo.
Mm.
What if one item, you know what I mean, but your whole outfit's just cameo?
Mm-hmm.
Like trying to go in the fucking army, you know, the garments looking all militant and that, man.
Mhm.
You have to be careful of that, man. You know, that the ministry be not blamed. That's
That's a good
also
point.
associations, man. I don't give a fuck, man. Fuck all them other camps in England, bro.
Mhm.
Fuck all of them, man. You know, they'll come on your board, oh, Shalom. Well then, hold on, they're teaching another thing.
Mhm.
All it takes, as Caleb said, your history, they also know who you're linking up with.
Mhm.
They know your primary school friends.
Oh,
They
yeah.
know your secondary school friends, man. They know your boss at work.
Mhm.
You know, they know the new employee that just came after you. They know your whole circle, man.
Yep.
So you think they don't know, oh, well, he's cool with that camp.
Yeah.
And that camp teaches this.
Mhm.
So automatically, he's in GS, but he teaches the same thing.
Yeah.
Be careful, man.
That's right. And that's probably, and you know what too is more sense you said that. Maybe them niggas could be agents too. 'Cause why is it that all of a sudden these dudes is just looking weird out there?
Yeah.
With the militant look. What's up with the militant look? You know, and just trying to sound aggressive and shit. What's up with that? So, you know, you gotta look at that as well. It may look cool because you know, people are waking up, but bro, like you got certain people out there that's gonna be used to stage some kind of psychological operation and then blame the whole fucking ministry. Like this nigga we know, man. I ain't gonna bring his name out there, but we went over there to where them Amalekites was at and called themselves doing A, B, and C. And you know what I'm talking about.
Agent
right?
provocateurs, they call them.
Yeah. So you got certain guys that were, you know, among the brotherhood, but they were out. They got kicked out because they were fucking right anyway, but they still out there.
Yeah.
All kind of situations, man, going up.
That was on the
Yeah. You're going, bro.
Proverbs 19 verse 21.
Mhm.
There are many devices in the man's heart.
Oh yeah.
Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord our power that shall stand.
Right, and that's really the point that I want to build on this. Well, I want to get back to this point. I forgot about it, right? The point of the matter is that what's happening right now is already set up to happen. This is the Lord's story. This ain't no man's story. This ain't Esau. Oh yeah, let me figure a way on how to bring an end to all manner of variations of organizations that speak up against government. This is the Lord's plan. You're not going to stop this truth, Esau. Actually, as a matter of fact, you are a part of the truth. You're just playing the bad guy. Okay? Somebody pulled the scripture out in Proverbs somewhere where it reads, man's goings of the Lord, and how can a man understand his way? But read that again, Baba Kushada.
Proverbs 19 verse 21.
Mhm.
There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord our power that shall stand.
And this is the point. The counsel of the Lord, that shall stand. Look up the word counsel in the Hebrew. Because really, that's the end all be all. It's all about what the Lord is doing. It's not about what men are doing. We're not supposed to be afraid of what men are going to do. It's about what the Lord is going to do. It's what we should be afraid of. Like this whole notion of, well, you know, man do things at random. Nah, Like, no, the Lord does things for a particular purpose. And the purpose as to why the Lord's doing this is because the Lord is getting ready to crash the system.
Right.
That's the main reason. That's why we're going through this situation right now.
Did you do what you said?
I got it. I got it, right?
Okay.
Proverbs 20 and 24 says, man's going are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way?
And you know what's heavy, right? If you look up that term person, actually goes into that, where it says that we're all the characters playing in the film. The term person. If someone can look at that in the etymology, look up the word person. That's all right. You know, so we're all basically puppets, and the Heavenly Father's the higher puppeteer. That's why we call him the Most High. He's all around, he's omnipotent, and he's the Most High. He's the highest of all of his creation. So if he created all of the life of the living, would he have something to do with his creation and controlling that? Of course he would. Go on, brother.
Hebrews chapter 12 verse 9. Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence.
Go to the etymology.
Shall we not much rather be in subjection unto the Father of spirits,
yeah,
and
that's
live?
And that's the point. He is what? Known as the Father of spirits. So again, I say, we're not supposed to be afraid of the end. What men are going to do. No, what men are going to do is going to be because the Lord has purposed it to be that. All right? That's the bottom line. Because we are all spirits. Whether spirits you don't see or whether the spirits you do see in the physical form. We're all controlled. We're basically, pretty much, we've all been handpicked and chosen to be here on this earth to fulfill his purpose. All right? When you came here on this earth as a newborn out of your mother's womb, did you have anything to do with that? No, you did not. All right? So if you didn't have anything to do of coming here, if you didn't will yourself to come here, then guess what? Somebody else did will you to come here. So that's the Most High, obviously. So if you didn't have no control what time and how you was going to look to come here on this earth, then guess what? Somebody else has something to do with that once again. And that means that somebody else is controlling your life. Okay? People think that they're in control. People ain't in control. It may look like it because, you know, the Most High gave you a spirit. The Lord gave you your organisms and everything like that, but just primarily your spirit to do what you will. But you're really not doing what you will. You're doing what the Lord wants you to do. So these devils at the very top, they're going to do certain things to bring an end to their civilization under the guise of this notion of a new world order. And the build up to that, they're going to, stage certain events to happen worldwide. And what I'm also thinking too, there might be a series of events that could happen. You might have one event where you might have a bunch of people that staged to pretty much do something to the London Bridge. They've even made films about this stuff. Okay? You might have a situation that happened in Paris. All over the main ends of the Western Hemisphere in Europe. And then point the finger, oh yeah, the Muslims. And then whoever's looked similar and whoever's got a message which is against government, they're going to let all of us in. Yep. So this is the thing. So we're very privy to all of this, man. Come on, we've already mastered the book of life of the Spirit. The water Yahweh Bashmi al-Shafir. So we've understood the scriptures. Then come on. Obviously we're going to understand the in and outs about this world, and including the characters explained in this film. Okay? Yes, you got the word, right?
I got the word. You said etymology online, person. A human being from old French. Human being, any one person. Let's go skip to directly from the Latin personia.
Yeah.
Human being, person, personage.
Yeah.
A part
Hence
of.
you get the term persona. Go on.
A part in drama assumed
Right,
character.
that's the point I'm making. Yep.
A mask, a false face.
Right. Read it again. Read that one more time that part you just read. And I want you to slow it down.
Okay, then. A part in drama assumed character. Originally a mask, a face, a false face.
Right. So are we bearing a false face now? Are we in the flesh? Because our true self is the spirit. That's our true self. So the false face is what? The physical form that we're in right now. Go on.
such as those of wood or clay, covering in the whole head,
Right.
worn by the actors in the Latin, later Roman theatre.
Right. So isn't our body covered in clay? Of course it is. But this is just speaking on, you know, how the Romans used to do it. But you could put it together. You know, you can mingle the same with our way of life right now, with what's going on with the Most High and us. Go on.
Covering the whole head, worn by the actors in the latter Roman theatre,
Right.
offers the general explanation of to sound through, i.e. the mask as something spoken through and perhaps amplifying the voice.
Absolutely. So we all, it's like I just mentioned, when you was born out of your mother's womb, you didn't have no control of it. All right, you didn't have no control of what you was going to look like and everything else. The Lord had everything to do with it because you're going to be playing a part in this story. You're going to be going through a couple of various things that He wants you to go through. Most High, He's the highest director of this story called life. Here you get the term, this story. So this is His story. So never mind what these devils are going to do. Fuck these devils. All we know is the fact of the matter is this. We have the Bible, right? And the Bible, as we know, is the book of life. Okay? And the Bible speaks about many different various things concerning the prophets. The prophets had visions of things that was going to come. Okay? Just like, for example, when you watch your television, what you're seeing motion pictures. Alright? So even the prophets saw things from their mind, basically their mind. And the Most High pretty much showed them these visions of things that's bound to come to pass.
Can I say something?
Go on, brother.
What you said is beautiful there, because the Bible, what we use, and the word Bible is basic instruction. What is it again? Basic instruction before leaving Earth or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
So that's what we need. We need the scriptures for that. Yeah, instruct us.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say this too. We have the storyline. You know what's getting ready to come and happen. So this is all a part of it. The whole ancient thing, the whole Esau wanting us up to persecute us. It's all a part of the story of the Lord. It's called drama, brother. Go on, brother.
Proverbs 21, this is what you just said. 21 and 1 says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord,
Yes.
as the rivers of water he turneth it with wheresoever he will.
Absolutely. So if the Most High's hand is in the heart of the king, how much more a regular average ass nigga? Come on now. So we're all being controlled by the Lord to fulfill a certain purpose on this earth. So that's why we gotta fear the Lord, because the Lord can turn you into a demon.
Yeah.
The Most High can make you a righteous soul, and then basically he have you do a 180 spin over, like my man, what is it, King Saul? Yeah. King Saul was riding the right kind of way, but then he turned around and became a demon. And then eventually he went even more worse. He considered unto the Richard Endor, trying to get Saul back. Samuel, excuse me. The water, brother. He trying to get Samuel back so that he can get back on the Most High's good graces. So this is his story, man. So the point of the matter is that we ain't got shit to worry about. As a matter of fact, we should be actually happy inside. Because I'll tell you the truth, man, my worst nightmare is this, is that we won't be here for another 10 years. That's my worst nightmare, man. If we don't, because I'm going to just say this too, yeah. I'll tell you what, before I even go there, let's just read the scripture. Because I want the scriptures to start, and then I can get to that point. Yeah, so someone get me, read what you got, the Hebrews 12.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh, which corrected us, and we gave them reverence.
Right, and you gave them reverence. That's our parents. You gave your parents reverence. They that have raised you, they that have brought you here on this planet Earth. Okay? Through the act of sex. Go on.
Shall we not much rather be in subjection
How much more should we much rather be under the roof? Go on.
unto the Father of spirits and live?
Unto the Father of spirits and live. So we're serving a power that's basically the Father of spirits, the Father of life itself. hence his name is called, he is the existing one. So when we came to this truth, it's like I was watching a live that the apostles did. I think it was last week. And Apostle Hall broke down Ezekiel, what is it? There was a particular verse in Ezekiel 37. The word breath. Now the word breath is basically half of the Most High's name, right? The term power means what? Exist or existing one. So when you don't have the connection with your power, you're basically dead. So these people are nothing more than a walking dead because they don't have the connection with their Heavenly Father. Which really, go on, brother.
That's why the scripture says, and the Most High breathed the breath of life into Adam, and he became a
living soul. What made him a living soul? Because he had the knowledge, which then what? Made him exist in the eyes of the Lord. So you can be alive physically in the format, people can see you, but the Lord don't see you. Okay? So that's a heavy thing right there. I mean, well, obviously the Lord sees everybody, obviously, but I'm just saying, the Lord don't recognize you. I'm saying from a spiritual sense. He don't recognize you. You're nobody. That's why it also says in the scriptures too, let the multitude that were born in vain perish. Because the Lord don't recognize these niggas. That's what it is. So the remnant that have converted with truth, which the term convert means with truth, it is the same thing. Right? Those are the Lord's men that he recognized. Okay? Those are the men that's alive and well in his sight. So fuck the world, man. Fuck all of these people. And fuck these agents too, because they're trying to hold the world up. How can you hold a world up that's going to get ready to crash? And they're going to crash their damn selves. And it's already written that the Lord is going to crash this world. You want it, brother?
I'm okay, brother. Don't worry.
This world is getting ready to go down. And Esau, and this is the thing. That's why Esau is doing what he's doing. With this Hamas situation all up in Israel. Why is he doing that for? Because he knows he's going to have to get going, man. Going, bro.
There's another point as well. There increased police presences in a lot of small hat communities now as a result of this. So what they're really trying to do is they're going to push a lot of anti-Sem rhetoric in their media, and they're going to try and brandish us as being anti-Sem as well. So you can see Esau's setting the pieces up on the board to play us on that.
Like I said, well, go on. In Golden Green, you know that area. Golden Green, a lot of there's a particular road where there's a whole heap of like well-to-do shops where they do culture food and all that. And there was an attack on one of the shops, and they showed it on the news. They showed the window and everything. But I remember that shop. I used to always be in and out of that shop doing deliveries with the culture food. So there, that was like, could have been a false flag, but around that area they say that the children, when they go to school, they have to be undercover and they can't wear the uniforms now. Which, as you say, to back up what you're saying, they're promoting that they're really a threat. There's really a threat that they're being attacked. And I believe there's a lot of it is made up. Or you might just say exaggerated stories. Yeah. You know? So,
but they're trying to play that victim card.
Yeah. Embellishing certain things.
Yeah, and just getting back to the point, Esau knows that they're running out of time, man. A lot of people are waking up and they're not buying into the mainstream media narratives anymore. So it's like, what the fuck do I do? I'm in the power seat, but no one's really respecting my power. Yeah. Just like I mentioned earlier before, you could be sitting in a higher seat all day, every day. But if no one recognizes your power, you ain't got nothing. And this is where Esau's at right now. So that's why he's going to set up some kind of sort of psychological collaboration, or a bunch of psychological collaborations, holy crises at the same time, to basically disturb the people so much so of trauma, and through that he can then bring the change and centralize all power to himself, using the Hegelian dialectic, and as well as the model, which is very important to the 33rd degree. Just a little bit of research on it. The term autoappeal. And, to a degree they're correct, because in order for you to bring change, you do have to traumatize the planet Earth. You do have to bring trauma to bring the change. It's like metals. If you look at certain metals have a peak point of temperature. So once you burn a metal to a certain degree, you can bend it.
Hallelujah.
To add to that, that's why they call it losing your temper.
Yes.
Because when the metal gets heated to a certain point, that's when it loses its structural integrity. So
Right.
like if you are someone who's got a bad temper, whatever, you lose your temper, you've lost your structural integrity, you're broken down.
Yes. Now you're bending.
Yeah.
You're out of character. So this is what Esau needs to do. He needs to exact a high level amount of trauma to bring the new change. However, this is the Lord's plan and idea working out that we gotta focus on. Because if you can't, brother, read that to me again. Proverbs 19 and 21. So it's starting to rain real fast. The devil don't want us out there, brother. We're still kicking his work. Don't matter. That's right, my brother. Incidences and analyses. You prove and repeat with all long suffering. And it's cold at the same time.
Oh, yeah. When rain stops, when rain drops, it stops.
I remember that. We can talk to
Listen, look. Proverbs 19, verse 21.
Yeah.
There are many devices in the man's heart.
So you're someone get the Psalms 33 and verse 10 as well.
There are many devices in a man's heart. Nevertheless, the counsel of the Lord our power, Yahweh Basham Yoshai, that shall stand.
Yeah, so we all of us have thoughts and ideas and purposes that we want to see play out. And you know what? Nothing trumps the purposes of God. Nothing does. So your idea may be in activation if it's a part of the purposes of the Lord. And we know that according to the book of Revelations, 13, 9, not 13, 9, 10, 13, 15, and 16, we know that they're going to bring the MOTD prophecy before other end-time prophecies, taken to are exact. Let me use that term instead. So we know this. We know that the time of tickets trouble is going to take place as well. Right? All of these things. So this is what Esau is going to do. Esau is going to be instrumental in bringing an evil day. As it is written, the Lord has created all things, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So he's going to be instrumental in bringing in the evil time. And it's going to be the Lord pretty much pondering in his heart to do that. Okay? So that he can lose him, as it is also written in the book of Proverbs somewhere, which says, what is it? Wrath hath slaked the sin. So they're going to be slaked by their own wrath. When they come in exact wrath, by that same wrath and energy, as it is also written in the book of, Galatians 6 and 7. For the Most High is not mine. But whatever man sow, that should he also reap. So Esau's going to reap the same energy that he dished out, and if not much more. Go on.
Want me to read it out now?
Yeah.
Psalms 33, starting at verse 10 says, Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught.
Yes.
He maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
Of none effect. Go on.
The counsel of Yahweh standeth forever, the thoughts of his hearts to all generations.
The thoughts of his hearts to all generations. So no matter if you were born in the 16th century to the 17th, no matter what time you were born in, all men are under the strength and the power of the Lord. All right? And through his strength and power, his will is going to be what made manifest through you, through men. That's how this thing is going down. I want you to read that again about the show.
Come on. Once again, this is Psalms 33 verse 10. Yahweh bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught.
And that's what he's going to do with this devil. When this devil brings that new world order in, or when he's about to bring it in, something's going to happen, man, where it's not going to work out. That's in the book of Job, the 20th chapter. That he shall be in straits, position of difficulty, when he is about to fill his belly. Then shall the Lord rain it upon him. What is that thing that's going to be rained upon him?
The nukes.
The nukes. And he's going to bring, the Lord is going to allow him to bring his own destruction. You see? So how do we know all of this stuff? How is it that we're able to speak boldly I'm only talking like this because it's raining, man.
Yeah.
Right? And it's cold as well at the same time. It's kicking my ass, man. But yeah, how do we know that this stuff is short? Because we have a sure word of prophecy. Again, we know the book of life, don't we? So that's why we say what we say. And we're basically the prophets of the Lord. That's really what we are. Go on.
I mean, actually, we're like insider traders. Like, there's something in, this sort of stock market stuff, they call it insider trading. Where we got certain knowledge about what's going to happen to the stock market before anybody else.
Absolutely.
So we know where to invest our funds. We're investing it in the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's it.
Rather than investing in this world.
And that's going to stand, because when you talk about the stock market, it's always going up and down, isn't it? And it goes down, but with the counsel of the Lord, it's going to always stand. It always goes up.
Well, the scriptures say, lay not up your treasures here on earth where moth and rust doth corrupt, but rather lay up your treasures in heaven where moth and rust doth not corrupt and thieves neither break in or steal. So that's exactly what we're doing. And even being out here right now, in the midst of this weather, is a demonstration of our faith. You know, you could easily be like, oh, this is wet, let's go home. No, but we're standing stiffly because we believe in this thing.
That's right. As the brother just quoted, we listed in season and out of season. Okay? So this is what we do. This is what we do best. This is what we love. We love to
Want to do this.
Absolutely. Go on, brother.
Right, so reading on Psalm 33 and verse 10 again. The Power bringeth the counsel of the heathen to naught.
Absolutely. Go on.
He maketh the devices of the people of none effect.
Right. He maketh the devices of the people of none effect. Their purposes, their ideas. You know, all of these secret meetings, these think tanks, they all get together and conspire against the holy men of the Lord. Right? And as well as the whole nation. They conspire how they're going to change the world. But guess what? If it's not a part of the plans of the Lord, then it's going to be this and that. All right? Let's read what you got, brother, in the book of Job. I think we might have had it or something.
I got something.
Going on.
Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9.
Yeah.
The thing that have been, it is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done.
Go on.
And there is no new thing under the sun.
I tell you what, even more better, get the Ecclesiastes 3 and 14. Let's pull them scriptures out. Because see, Esau, he really believes in his power, his technological power. He really believes that he can change history itself, the ways of life itself. Nigga, you ain't gonna change shit. You can't even take charge of when you gonna take a shit. You can't even control that. So how the fuck are you gonna control anything outside of that? Get the fuck out of here. And you know what too, Harabi looked stressed the hell out too. You know, he was all youthful looking the other day. Now he looked like he's about to pretty much give it the ghost, man.
Who's that?
You know the fag had Harabi. I call him. You know Harabi. You know you were Harabi. That nigga talking shit. Well, the World Economic Forum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That speech about what is a strawberry shortcake, motherfucker.
Ecclesiastes 3 verse 14. I know that whatsoever the Lord our power doeth, it shall be forever.
Yeah. So again, the counsel of the Lord, doesn't that stand forever? Oh, you better believe it. All right. Whatever the Lord so doeth, it is done forever. So any agent, any individual that tends to not tends to, but is showing himself which is against the Most High. Listen, man. All you're gonna find yourself doing is basically miserable. That's all it is. So if you're an agent or you're some kind of individual that has ties with certain intelligent agencies, listen, man, you could tell them niggas, look, they're gonna lose their whole entire kingdom. They're gonna lose their jobs, they're gonna lose everything. All right? Because we're coming into that time of what the prophets have been saying all of this time, that this world is ending. We've been speaking about the end. And now we're in the end, and you can't do shit about it. Now you could try to kill us, you could try to persecute us, and even that's written too. You're gonna go seek to persecute the prophets. But if you doing that, this is what's gonna happen to you. Let's read Psalms 105 and verse 14. Because see, the prophets, they're the most important members, or should I say, men of the Lord, to the Lord, excuse me. They're the most important men of God. Right? So if anyone touches the prophets, then guess what? You're going to get touched. It's just that simple.
Reading Psalms 105, 14. He said, he suffered He suffered no man to do them wrong. Yeah, he reproved kings for their sakes, saying, touch not mine anointed, and do my prophets no harm.
Yeah, he reproved kings for their sake. How does the Lord reprove kings? Meaning he takes them, he basically destroys them, takes them out of power. Like if you read the story of you go into the story of what is it, man? During the time of, I think it's in 2 Kings 19, where you have the Assyrians. They were coming after oh man. But anyway, what happened was there was a particular angel that killed 185,000 Syrians.
Hezekiah.
Hezekiah. Right? So he did it for this, and really what the Lord did, the Lord said, look, I'm going to do this for the sake of David. The remnant of Judah shall what? Take uproot, something to that equivalent. So that's what he did. And David was a prophet. So the thing of it is, what happened to those Assyrians, they got fucked up in the big way. Just imagine you walking around 200,000 people, and you just see them die. You just see them drop dead, or you see some explosives kill all of them. Come on, man, that's going to do something to your psyche. That's the major thing. So it took one angel, it was only one angel, that killed almost 200,000 motherfuckers, man, of them Syrians. That's showing the kind of power that's backing us. So why the hell are we going to be afraid of some fucking devil, man? Bunch of losers that's posing as angels. Man, get out of here, man.
Even the Most High had to like rein in the angel, because he was in the heavens, and that sword was swinging.
Yeah,
and he wanted to keep going.
He was doing too much hurt.
Too much, and the Lord was like, "Yo, chill out."
You know, kill everybody.
Because them angels, they're programmed. They're on destruction and kill mode. That's it. They'll just keep going and going and going. So even the Most High was like, "Yo, like, relax." You know, we took out all of them, man.
Absolutely.
So why the hell are we gonna be worried about Esau? And why are we gonna trust in guns, man? Like Caleb said, the clip runs out, and now you're just standing there with a machine in your hand. That's useless. When you got angels that even the Lord himself has to tell them to slow down.
Can I add to your brother? Even in the book of Joshua, is it Joshua? When the Lord stopped the sun from going down to make this pure death. You know what I mean? So that's the fear of the Lord too. See?
So that's the power that we serve. So one angel can do that. And this is a less of an angel under the Yahweh Shah. How much more damage can Yahweh Shah get? And listen, can you Michael the Archangel? He's gonna be coming through too.
Right behind the Yahweh Shah.
Right. So we need to be fearing them guys, man. Not fearing what Esau's gonna do. You know, you got this devil with the turkey that coming down your throat, investigating and interrogating. Yeah, we found this, that. You know, the month of July, 2016, and you know, we got the records shows. Come on, man. Like, is that going to make us flip out? No. The scripture says that what is it? The beginning of knowledge is the fear of the Lord, and we have the knowledge already. So when all hell breaks loose, man, we're going to be scared of the Lord, and we forsake the way. That's the attitude we're going to have. We're not going to select it, brother. We're not going to have the attitude of, oh man, I don't know, because he's so good. You say he got herpes and playing on psychological tactics on your ass. Nah, man, listen, we already got that covered, bro. We don't fear what man can do. We fear what the Lord, Yahweh, is doing.
That's true. You mentioned this about Hezekiah earlier, yeah? 2 Kings 19 and 31 says, for out of Jerusalem shall go forth a remnant, and they that escape out of Mount Zion, the zeal of the Lord of hosts shall do this.
Yeah, what was being done?
Right.
All of them people that they got fucked up. That was the zeal of the Lord. So isn't it the zeal of the Lord to establish the kingdom? Goddamn right. So you think, what is it, a very minute group of Edomites is going to stop the Lord's plan? Man, get the hell out of here, man. Go on, bro.
Reading on, 32. Wherefore thus saith the Lord concerning the king of Assyria, he shall not come unto this city, nor shoot an arrow there, nor come before it with shield, nor cast a bank against it.
And when you go further down, when you skip, that's exactly what happened. He didn't even come in the city. His ass got the running away like a bitch, man. because almost 200,000 of his men died.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what, bro. Let's even drop that. Someone get me the book of Luke. What is it? Luke 21. Because the scripture says in Luke 21, it says that the powers on earth and heaven shall be shaken. Why are they going to be shaken? Because they're going to see the dramatizing power of our Lord and our Savior. And this is the time that we're transitioning to, man. We're transitioning to the day of the Lord. And that's why you got agents acting as though and playing their part. That's why Esau's about to stage all kind of psychological operations all around the place. Because the day of the Lord is approaching. That's really the thing we should be focusing on, man. Okay? And these niggas that's around us posing as fucking agents, the Most High's gonna rip them into pieces.
You want Luke 21:8?
And then and you know what's gonna happen too, according to the book of Daniel 12? According to the book of Daniel 12, the scripture says, some shall wake up to everlasting light, some to everlasting shame and contempt. So all of you niggas is posing as fucking agents, right? Or
Satan,
angels.
Satan's angels.
Guess what, man? Y'all gonna be ashamed of your damn self when it's all said and done. Go on, my brother.
You want Luke 21:8?
No, 21, I think it's on, what is it? Is it 21:8?
Take heed that you do not deceive, for many shall come in my name.
No, not that. I'm talking about try on 34, 33. Well, not 28. I think it's
Take
28.
heed lest ye yourselves be any time overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness, so the cares of this life.
No. Try 28, verse 28. Read 21 and 28, where it says the powers of heaven shall be shaken. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got you 26.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read from
26 to 28.
start from 25.
Luke 21:25 says, and there shall be signs in the sun and the moon, and in the stars, and upon the earth distress of nations.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing right now. What is it? Just last week ago, we just had an
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And a new moon.
and a new moon. And also you get your blood moons, don't you? From time to time. You sure do. Go on.
And there shall be distress of nations, complexity, and the sea and the waves roaring.
And it shall be what? The stress of nations with perplexity. Remember what we just went into earlier before? How the Lord controls all things, and even including men. Right? Because the Lord himself, as well as the elder apostle Paul said, that the Lord is subject unto his word. So at a particular point in time, certain things are going to play out according to the word. So it's playing out right now. So if the word is true, and we're seeing the word in the physical format through our own eyes, then what does that tell us? That we can trust in Yahweh Ba'al Shai because he's the author of this life. He's the one that brings in the good and the evil to fulfill his will. Okay? Go on.
Men's hearts failing them for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Right. You got these niggas getting together in this particular room, right? Inquiring about the UAPs, or as that's what we call it here in the UK. In America they call it UFO. So they're shitting themselves, man, because they can see what's going on in outer space. And then they shitting themselves too because they're seeing that a lot of people are waking up. And they're not feeding into the bullshit that they're telling. Go on.
Men's hearts failing them for fear, and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth.
Yeah, so what they're trying to do is they're trying to exact fear in our hearts because they're scared to trick us. So they're trying to put that spirit on us. Nah, man. While you guys are in fear, rubbing your shoulders backwards and forwards while you can't even sleep in the bed, we're sleeping as newborn babies, man. All right?
It says, in the
With
powers,
a clear thought, not worrying about a goddamn thing. Go on.
for the powers of heaven shall be shaken, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming
Right.
in a cloud with power and great
So
glory.
it says the powers on heaven shall be shaken.
Woo!
So that's very telling. So if that one little angel can kill almost 200,000 people, I don't need to revert back to that. But if that one little angel can kill 200,000 motherfuckers, right, then what can the Lord do, man? It says when the Lord comes back, he's going to shake the planet up.
Well, how many people did the Lord kill in the flood?
See?
Saved only 8 souls.
See?
Who's up there?
And guess what? We coming into the second death, baby boy. Go on, brother.
Isaiah 24, verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a
I
drunkard,
wonder why that is. Go on.
and shall be removed like a cottage.
Why is that? Because the Lord, when He makes a second return, the earth itself is gonna be shaken under His presence. Now you're gonna have multiple. You're gonna have two reasons why. Obviously the missiles, right? Because the scriptures also say that the destruction is going to be heard on the other side of the world. I'm roughly paraphrasing, right? But I'm just speaking in general. When the Lord makes a second return, in this case, we go to time, right? The Lord's presence Himself, His presence, His self is going to shake the earth. So He's going to be demonstrating His power, His absolute grandiose power, and that's why they're going to be shook themselves. All right, go on.
I'll stay again.
Yeah.
Isaiah 24 verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro
Go on.
like a drunken, and shall be removed like a cottage,
Right.
and the transgression thereof shall be very heavy upon it.
Right, meaning the destruction is going to be heavy upon it due to this transgression. The term transgression just means sin, according to the book of John, according to 1 John being verse 1. So that's why the Lord is going to what? Destroy this place like He ain't never destroyed another place before.
And Elder,
Go on.
and who are the main transgressors? Esau, Edom,
Yeah.
right? And it says there, therefore shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
And it shall
So
not-
when the Lord put down, when Yahushua put down Esau, they are never going to rise again.
That's right, my brother. Like it says in the book of, what is it, Malachi, that the Lord will not leave in neither root nor branch. So when you take a plant from the root, it can grow back again. So this system is going to be out, finished. And this is what we're coming into, man. So I mean, yeah, we're going to come into some scary times, and you know, it's going to have some kind of effect on us emotionally. But the Lord is going to put that Holy Spirit upon us. We're going to do it. If we believe in Yahushua, then guess what? We're going to do it, man. We're going to overcome with good through evil. We're going to overcome evil with good. The good guys always win anyway. I mean, even Amalekites do that. That's why every film that they've made, they've always shown the good guy winning. So they know they did, man. Yeah, so what else you got? What scripture you got? Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. One last precept. I forgot anything on that. You got something, right?
I haven't got nothing there, no.
All right, yes, so let's get into the story. And then also, somebody get me Zechariah 13, 9 and 10. Just do the best you can. I know it's raining out there. They can both need to stop. Yeah, let's get into this stuff. Go on.
The book of Daniel, chapter 3, from verse 14. And it says, Nebuchadnezzar spake.
All the way down to verse 24.
Nebuchadnezzar spake and said unto them, Is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my powers or my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? Now if ye be ready, that at what time ye hear the sound of the cornet, the flute, the harp, sackbut, psaltery, and dulcimer, and all kinds of music, you shall fall down and worship the image which I have made. Well, but if you worship not, you shall be cast into the same hour into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. And who is that power that shall deliver you out of my hand? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thine hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy powers, nor worship the golden image thou hast set up.
Yeah, so they were very nonchalant about it. They were extremely nonchalant. They didn't care about what the reaction was going to be, what the consequences were going to be going.
If you put it in today's terms, they basically said, fuck you and your God.
Yeah,
You know?
pretty much. Go on, brother.
Verse 19.
Then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yeah, because basically when they told him what they told him, right? He was like thinking to himself, man, he violated my power. Like, how dare you?
And he said it with malice.
Yeah, and he said it with malice too. Who the hell do these niggas really think they are, man? So that kind of pricked me to the heart a little bit. Go on, brother.
And it says, therefore, his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 1/7 times more than it was wont to be heated.
Yeah, because he was pissed the fuck off. Like, how dare you? Go on, bro. He was like when he said to him, I mean, what they said to him, it got him upset. Because all of this time, he was in the spirit of just being able to tell niggas what to do. You know, if he told somebody to jump, he jumped. But these three guys, they wouldn't have it. They said, man, listen, man, we ain't gonna bow down to this. So they pretty much were within the book. They believed that really what it is, let me say correctly. They were under the fear of the law. They didn't fear this Nebuchadnezzar kind. They feared the law. And look what the fear of the law brought them. We're gonna go into it. Go on.
So now, if I may, it reminds me of the 7 brothers and the mum in Maccabees. And one by one they was putting them to death, and one of them was stuck out his tongue and basically taunting them because they understood that it said that they regarded not their pains. Because you got this case as we're getting into, or the elders getting into, where you can get in the fire and not be hurt, but then you've got the other case where you actually feeling the pain, but the spirit's on you to not even like care about it. You know?
And you know what? Because they trusted in the Lord so much, they took it manfully.
They
trusted in the Lord.
But I tell you this though, I mean, I would even go as far as saying they fear the law. That's why they just dealt with it. Because when you fear the Lord, man, you do anything.
It says in verse 19, then was Nebuchadnezzar full of fury, and the form of his visage was changed against Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Therefore he spake and commanded that they should heat the furnace 1/7 times more than it wont to be heated. And he commanded that the most mighty men that were in his army to bind Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego and to cast them into the burning fiery furnace. Then these men were bound in their coats, their hosen, and their hats, and other garments, and were cast into the midst of the burning fiery furnace. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeding hot, the flame of that fire slew these men, those men.
So while they were in there, it didn't have no effect on them. But it was really the men that tossed them, because they got fucked up by that fire. Excuse my language. You know, this weather's getting on. So, yeah, I mean, it slew them instead, rather than slewing the men that actually feared the Lord himself. So this is why the scripture says what it says, man. Especially on the New Testament, that the scriptures is what is good for instruction. Because we can go back and read the Old Testament, the prophets of old, which really go back all over again, playing out our part once again, and we can see the power of trusting in the Lord. Even when I was just bringing out, you know, the Spirit, where the Spirit brought it out. Okay, that one angel killed 200,000 in Syria for the sake of Hezekiah, and also for the sake of David. Okay, so these things are written so that we can read on these things and apply these things in mind when all hell breaks loose. Because the time is going to come where, you know, it's going to be equivalent to the time of Messiah, 70 AD. You have the Roman Jewish wars and all that. And these devils, they're going to exact to wrath, as it is written in the book of Revelation 12 and 12, that the devil will come down having great wrath because he knows that he had but a short time. And he knows this already. I believe that they're in this particular point in time now, they're at the stage of knowing that the time is short. So what do you think they're going to do? They're going to do all kind of craziness and then that would then justify them to exact violence.
Basically, like, what's going to happen is they're not going to stop prophecy, but what they will stop is they'll be able to put a stop to the ministry in the street. Because they can say things like, oh, these guys are the T word, they're inciting hate. So they may get us off the street, but that's not going to stop prophecy. But that brings in the fulfillment of the famine of the word. Absolutely. So the fact that if they're coming into that time now, that means that the elect must already damn near be sealed. Because the Most High is not going to stop us from teaching until the elect is sealed. So the fact that we see these things escalating means there's another sign of measurable time.
Well, you know what? Because the Lord could do whatever the hell he wanted to do. Let's just say you are the elect, and you don't even know this truth. You got certain men that's going to be delivered because they're a part of that. They're a part of that number.
Good point. It's a good point.
Yeah. So the Lord, you know, I get what you're saying.
They're helping. They're actually helping prophecy.
Yeah, that's
by
what I mean.
trying to hinder it.
Yeah.
But there's no hindrance of prophecy, just like you mentioned, because when they put an end to this ministry, then basically, again, like you mentioned, that's the fulfillment of prophecy in Amos. So they're not going to stop anything, but that's what they're going to think they're going to do. But they're just pretty much allowing more prophecies to come thereafter. Go on now.
It says in verse 21, then these men were bound. No, verse 22. Therefore, because the king's commandment was urgent, and the furnace exceeded hot, the flame of the fire slew those men that took up Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
So it took them niggas up. Yeah. These same niggas that was tossing them in the furnace of the fire. They got fire.
Yeah. And these three men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, fell down bound into the midst of the burning fiery furnace.
Go on.
Then Nebuchadnezzar, the king, was astonished and rose up in haste and spake and said unto his counselors, did not we cast three men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said unto the king, true, O king. He answered and said, lo, I see four men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt.
Yes, what? Go on.
And the form of the fourth is like the Son of the Most High.
Yeah, because that was the Lord that was amongst them. All right. So that's why they saw, because it was only three. It was, what is it? Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And the fourth was like unto what? The Son of Man. So that was basically Yahweh right there in the midst, if I'm correct. Okay, because Yahweh means he is a deliverer. So he basically delivered them through the fire. So that's, I mean, even though that was a physical thing that actually happened, a miracle, that's actually symbolic. Because we will go through the fire. Somebody get Zechariah 13, 9 and 10.
Okay. And that the scriptures deal with that numerology, not on the Kabbalah, by the way.
Oh yeah,
You know,
that's
fuck
that bullshit.
shit, but 4 represents mercy, and Yahweh was that fourth man in the fire with them. You know, and then you got in the Apocrypha, the song of the three holy children, which gets into it on another side of things.
Yeah.
And when you keep reading, it says when they came out of the fire, not even their hairs were singed, and neither did their clothes smell like smoke. So they were totally protected, man.
It's like they didn't even go in.
They didn't even go in. Well, the song of the three holy children said the Lord created a cool moist within the fire. So he gave them
air conditioning.
That's the Lord of the elements, man. You heat the fire up 7 times, and you put their asses in there, and they got in aircon, man. The Lord created a cool moist for them, man. That shows you when the Lord Yahweh is with you, man. You're good, man.
I've got it here.
Go on.
Romans 8 verse 31. What shall we then say to these things? If the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai be for us, who can be against us?
Read it again.
Romans 8 verse 31. What shall we then say to these things? If the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai be for us, who can be against us?
And that's just the thing. Because what? We represent him. We represent the truth. No one can do nothing against the truth before the truth. All right? Whosoever what? Abideth in the word of the Lord shall abide forever. Just like as it is written. That's something that I see. That's not a scripture. That's just something that I can see. Just like it says in the book of Matthew 24. Heavens and earth will pass away, but my words will not pass away. So we abide in his word, and we ain't going to pass away. John 3:16 tells you that very much so. He saw the believing on me. No, that's on John 7:38. I tell you what, somebody get it, man, because I'm going to butcher it.
I've got one that backs you up though. Matthew, is it 24:18?
I got it. If God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, that
Whosoever should believe from him.
should not perish but have everlasting life. So there's no death if you believe in Yahweh Shah. And even though some of us may be martyrs, we're going to be what? Resurrected again. Just like how he was resurrected. Okay? Go on.
I was going to say, the one I was going to quote is Matthew 24:18. I remember that I am with you even unto the end of the world.
Right.
So Yahushua is with us if we remain with him.
Yes.
And I've got the one you called for, Zechariah 13, starting at verse 8. And it shall come to pass in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the 3rd part shall be left therein. And that's speaking about Babylon the Great. And I will bring the 3rd part through the fire.
Right. So the Lord is going to bring the 3rd part through the fire. Go on.
And I will refine them as silver is refined.
Right.
And I will try them as gold is tried.
And I will try them as gold is tried. So through all of this affliction that the Lord is setting up through Esau, we're going to have to pass through all of that. Okay? And we're going to pass through all of that in flying colors if the Spirit of the Lord is with us. We may get hurt here and there and there. We may have an emotional reaction to it. But guess what? We're going to pass it. All things are possible with all things are possible with the Most High.
Philippians chapter 4 verse 13. I can do all things through Yahweh Shai.
Absolutely. Nothing's impossible, baby. All right, so it don't really matter how far Esau go with it. And you know what? So I'm going to say this as well. The drama that's coming on the earth, it needs to come so that the change can be. Because great changes don't come when times are neutral. Whenever last did you have changing events happen through neutral times? It's never happened.
A peaceful transition of kingdoms never happened.
That's bullshit, man. So you need drama.
Yeah. And when you watch the news, they all talk about how these innocent children being whatever with their heads, I don't want to say it, with their heads, and all these people dying innocently. We're going to see lots of death, coming.
Yeah, and you know what, too? The Lord is going to give us the spirit to enjoy all of that. As a matter of fact, since I sit down, if you can, Baba Katran, give me Job 5. To the best of your ability. I know it's hot out here, man. And with this rain and shit. Actually, it's cold.
You know when it gets really cold, you actually feel your hands heating up because it's cold that makes frostbite is actually making your hands feel like they're hot. That's when it gets so cold, your hands feel like they're hot. That's why it's called frostbite.
This is good for your testosterone too, they say. It's cool. Go on, brother. Job 5. Yeah, Job 5, and I think it's what 20. I think it's like what 21. You know where it reads on that thou shalt laugh.
Oh yeah, kind of. I got you. Job chapter 5, verse 22. At destruction and famine, thou shalt laugh. Neither shalt thou be afraid of the beasts of the earth.
Right, so that's 2 things right there. You're gonna laugh during the times of famine, and you're gonna laugh during the times of destruction. So what kind of mental you gonna have to have? That's some bugged out shit. When you think about it, the Lord is gonna have the Most High is gonna have to give us a bugged out kind of mindset to persevere with all of this great shit that's gonna be happening. Because the time is going to come. Since the nation was placed here on this earth in the book of Daniel, we've been preaching about this. So now we're gonna start to see it play out, and we're in the beginning stages of it. Look what's going on in Israel today. That's just a starting mark right there. And then they're going to build from there. Go on, my brother.
Yes, Elder. Psalms 91 verse 10. There shall be no evil before thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
Right, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. Go on.
For he shall give his angels charge over thee.
All right, so we're going to be good. We're going to be good. Now, the ones of us that do that, like I said, because it's mentioned in the book of Revelation 20th chapter, that the souls of those were beheaded. Okay? So that's going to play out. But the elect overall, the ones of them that don't die, they're going to be all right. They're going to be good through all of this mess, man.
Even the ones that do die, they're going to be cool. Job said, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him.
Absolutely.
I will see my power.
Mhm.
And there's another one in Psalms, precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints.
That's right.
When you die, you go up to the spirit realm.
Mhm.
You get resurrected. You're alive anyway,
You're alive.
just in a different realm.
Yep.
And then the Lord sees you as precious, man.
Yep.
That's why the scripture says, don't fear him who can kill only the flesh, but fear him who can destroy both your soul and
the body.
How?
Huh.
You know?
That's right. And really, when you check it out, we ain't dying anyway.
We ain't dying.
We just transitioning from one physical playing field to a spiritual playing field.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So listen, man, all of you agents, all of you demons out here, right? All you doing is you on the losing team, man. That's all it is.
Back the wrong horse.
Right. Because when this world crumbles apart, you're gonna be crumbling apart with it too. All of you niggas gonna be in a fetal position like the world is gonna be. That's how it's gonna go down. We are gonna win. We are here to, listen, man, we was born to lose, but we're here to win.
That's right.
Alright? So that's just how it's gonna go down. That's what's playing out in this realm right now, man. The men of Yahweh Shal Shah have already won.
Yep.
And it's already written. The book of life have already spoke about us winning. So damn it, we're gonna win. Alright? And can't no one change that. Go on, brother.
If I could say it, Elder, remember, look what Yahushua went through. He said it pleased the Lord
Right.
to bruise him.
Right.
So you're there looking for protection, like using his guns and his knives, right? You're not putting the trust in the Lord. But look at Yahushua. He had to go through it.
You had to go through
He
it.
had to go through that,
But
right?
check this out though. How was I going to do what he went through? That's showing you that there's nothing possible. There's nothing, what is it? There's nothing impossible with the Most High. You can't build a book of the shop, you can do that again. Philippians 1 and 13, I think you got.
No, it was Job.
Oh, Job, okay.
What scripture is it?
No, you just read the one that you just read before.
Philippines.
I quoted it. I can read it. Yeah, come. Philippians 1 and 13. I remember what you said. 4 and 13. Oh, 4 and 13, okay. I was off by 3 chapters.
Philippians chapter 4 verse 13, and it says, I can do all things through Yahushua which strengtheneth me.
Yeah. So that's just the thing, man. Like Yahushua persevered in the cross. But he did it because the power of the Father was backing him. That's why he said afterwards that he said it in the Hebrew. A liar, sabak deny. Like, in other words, what he was saying was you forsaken me, my Father. Sometime you forsaken me, because he felt the presence of the power in him. So what was pushing him to undergo that process of having to down and prosper our sins? It was the Most High. So that same presence is going to be with us in the trying times to come, which is going to be easy. Because Daniel says that the time is going to come since there was a nation. That's why also it says in the book of Second Esdras, as Esdras put it, if what is it? How does it go, man? He said something to the equivalent of who should find faith on the earth, something like that.
Where Son of Man comes, shall he find faith on the earth?
Should he find faith on the earth? Huh? Right? So it's going to get so bad out here. You're going to have the faith. And that's why I'm going to just speak in general. All of you brothers is in this truth. You know, that's going through something, or you ain't getting what you want out of the deal, and you getting all fucked up out of that one little thing. How you going to make it with no help breakers? If you can't deal with the little shit that you're having to deal with right now, how the fuck are you going to deal with no help breakers? You're not going to be able to do it if you can't deal with this situation.
Con.
And this is a part of you being patient. You know what I'm saying? Whoever this applies to, man, you have to learn to be patient. Because I know, man, like, you know, we young men, and we know how it is. We want shit quick. We want things in the way that we want it to be done. Right. Right. Yeah, so the thing of it is, in life, man, you got to understand this, right? And I'm not trying to sound like an old guy. I'm still relatively a young man like the rest of you brothers are. Okay? But I'm just saying, everything takes time, man. Everything takes time. You have to wait.
Precept,
Just because certain thing takes a long time, it doesn't necessarily mean it ain't never gonna happen. It's gonna happen. You just gotta be diligent. Go on, brother.
As you said, Ella, we have to wait. And this is
You got
a top scripture here.
All right.
Proverbs 3 verse 5.
Yeah, read this and we're gonna close out.
Trust in the Lord our power with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own
And that's a
understanding.
beautiful scripture. That hits the point right there. Leaning not unto thine own understanding. So just because you don't see something going your way, man, fuck that. Fuck it. Eventually it will go your way. Just have to wait. You gotta be patient, man. Because a lot of us, you know, as Israelites, man, we grew up not having patience. Yeah. You know, our parents want, you know, you hear your parents say, like, what's going on? Especially your moms, man. You know, like, shit don't go her way and she's all acting all out of character. So that mindset kind of rubbed up on us. The ones of us anyway.
Yeah.
Go on, bro.
Hey, man, I fucking hate that. So like it, man.
Nah.
Hey,
Speak
fuck,
your
man.
piece.
Everything just, you're rushing, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, quick, now. Why?
Right.
Haste makes waste.
Why,
Makes
man?
waste, exactly.
That's some woman shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that, man. The Lord called us to be men, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we have the ability to move quick, but hey, man, sometimes you just gotta slow down, man.
Yeah.
Slow down and understand the process of things, man. That Russian spirit, that's womanly, man. You're not thinking, oh, you know, and then when it's time to leave the house with them, you'll be at the door. Oh, I forgot my bag. Oh,
Right.
I forgot my phone. Oh, where's my keys? Oh, I got my... Yeah, because you're fucking Russian, man. So how much more in the truth? We're at the end of days now, and then you're at the front door, as it were, ready to go.
Yeah.
The chariots are here. Oh, this. If you just took your time, man, and slowed the fuck down, you'll be alright.
It's like, you know what it is too? It's equivalent to where, like, you know when you're running, right? And
Yeah.
You about to step over the
hurdle.
finish line.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you about to step over the goddamn thing, man. So just chill out, man. You gonna get yours, man. You just have to wait. Everybody had to go do, the authorization.
Make not haste in time of trouble.
Right.
My son, if you come to serve the Lord, man, you know, that hasty rushing around the place, man.
Or panicking.
Panicking, man, that's a recipe for, you're opening the doors to demons, man. You know, I'm flustered, you know, I can't handle shit, come along. And the demon's gonna walk right in and run your ass out the truth, man. Make not haste in time of trouble. You know, constantly endure, man.
Can I add to that, brother? And that's why we have to put the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai first. To end this now, it says, in all thy ways, acknowledge him, put him first, and he shall direct thy paths.
And also the scripture says suffer wrongfully too. Sometimes you gotta suffer wrongfully, man. But when you suffer wrongfully and you just eat that, brothers is gonna have to look at you a certain way with respect.
Respect, man, yeah.
Because it's like, okay, well, this was said to the brother, and it was a powerful thing that hit him, that knocked his ass out, but he got back up though. The scripture says, what is it, a righteous man falls down and get it back up 7 times, man. So just be patient. You get yours, man. You just have to wait. Because I know how it is. Like, I'm in my early 30s, but I remember when I was in my early 20s. And you just quit. You just want shit now. Like, yo, I want this. I know how it is, man. I get it. But as well as I'm going to say, man, take it from all of us. Take it from the brothers that's went through certain things. You will get yours. You just got to be dedicated to it. This is also part of being a man, too. Having to suffer wrongfully, suffering in terms of getting things that you really want, but not in your own time. It's all to build you up. All right. So fuck all of that weak shit. And this ain't the time to be fucking getting weak. We're all brothers, man.
Weird.
Yeah, weak and weird. What is it? You don't want to be 2 of the W's. Yeah, weak and weird, man. Fuck that shit, man. So what if you ain't get what you want? Life goes on.
If I may add to that, Brother Bashar, it's not about what we want anyway, it's
Yeah.
about the Lord's will.
Yeah.
I keep saying Matthew 6, Lord's Prayer, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So it's all the Lord's will, man. Sometimes our will doesn't correlate with what the Lord wants. So what do? Do we throw our toys out the ground and be like, oh, Lord, this? No,
And what happened?
exactly. So we've got to change ourselves. It's like, when Neo's looking at the screw in the Matrix, and the little bald-legged kid says to him, I can't remember, he says something along those lines, like, it's not the spirit of the things, but your mind sort of thing.
Right.
So that's how we have to be in terms of the things we want in this truth. We have to be malleable, because the Lord's will is what's going to be what dictates it.
Precept to back you up. David said it. He said, let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, O Lord Yahweh, my strength and my redeemer. So David, sound like a small hat there. David. David said, man, basically, Lord, train me to think how you want me to be. Because I can start thinking away, and it's totally different from what you want, man. So let my thoughts be acceptable, man. I mean, whatever you want, let that be what I want. You know?
And you know, see, that would kill all that noise in your mind, man. And sometimes you gotta go on the fast too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
You might have, because what it is you got, like, you know, certain things happen, and a demon could come in your mind, or you may have a negative reaction to it, and the demon just seeps into your mind and takes control of you. Putting that spirit of doubt in your mind. Or that rudiment of doubt in your mind. Let me say it correctly.
The demon's there in the spirit realm right next to you, yeah. You're just in your bed laying down, yeah, and the demon's hovering over you. You've got him. You know what I mean? Because you gave heed, man.
Yeah.
That's why the scripture says, bringing every thought into subjection, man. You know, you sitting there contemplating, not rebuking yourself, and the demon's hovering over your bed. We have him now. And all of a sudden, next week, we come into brothers. Hey, bro, man, I don't know anymore, man.
You know, it's funny, we laugh and we joke about it, but that shit happens every night. Because, what does it say? Islam brings upon the bed, openeth their thoughts and sealeth their instructions. Every night that happens, man.
And sometimes, and you know, check this out too, because didn't it also say in the book of Job, the 2nd chapter, it says that the sons of God were in the midst, right? And also Satan was there in the midst. So the Lord can put Satan inside of your mind, man, or a particular spirit which is satanic. While you sleeping and have you do some fucked up shit. Or you might be at the camp, you know, all throughout the week, you know, or let's just say for 5 years straight, you know, you good. And then all of a sudden you do a spin of wound on him. You know what I'm talking about. Those of you that are older people. Like you doing a spin of wound on him, and you doing a 180 spin around. You a different nigga now.
A new creature could be born in wickedness.
That's right. So you don't want that, man. So that's why you gotta always be positive, man.
Yeah.
And don't worry about what you want, how you view it, because it may not be the case. And like you mentioned, brother, it's all to the will of the Lord, right?
And as it said there, you know, it talks about the wiles of the devil.
Right.
And it comes in a physical form and a spiritual form.
And a spiritual
so you have to work double hard, you know.
And I'm going to even say this to you brothers as well, man. All of you brothers is watching, man. Always stay on top of yourself. The scripture says, examine yourselves if you be in the faith, if you be not. Triple things. Go on. Yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much it. You want to close now because, you know, they about to close the park down. You know? What is it? They close every sundown or some shit like that. So yeah, with that being said, we want to give all of the praises and the glory to the Most High and His Son.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, R'cha,
Apostles to break the stone.
And bishops too.
And bishops.
Shalom to 124,000.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Take this one.